Hey y'all, happy 4th of July. I am bringing you a quick sparkly layout today. Well, I thought it was going to be quick and then it ended up not being quick at all. I have these photos of my 3 guys from last 4th of July, and then this fun new cut file from A Cherry on Top and my favorite Catherine Pooler fireworks stamps. Love these stamps. I also have this other stencil. I just wanted some stripes and I actually don't have any striped stencils, so I'm just gonna make use because I'd only need a couple of stripes in a couple of places. So I'm just gonna use this mountain stencil for the stripes, and I'm kind of leaving the edge a little organic. I'm gonna I have clear gesso on this textured white cardstock, by the way, so I'm gonna manipulate this with some water for sure. So that's why I'm kind of trying not to bring the edges all the way to the end there. And now I'm going to go in with my stamps, and I'm going to just do first, second, third generation stamping. Again, this is on clear gessoed cardstock. And I'm going in with 2 different colors of blue and just kind of playing around. I like quadrupled the speed of this stamping part because I want to leave it all in, but take a little time. But I'm just going to sprinkle the stamps amongst there. I'm going to not put too much of the overlapping blue onto the red because I don't want some purple. I want to keep it red and white and blue. And I'll kind of work with the red before I go into working with the blue, just for that very reason. So I'm liking the way this looks. I know it's a lot, but we're going to kind of soften it up with the water, turning the Distress Oxide into watercolors. So I have just plain water here that I'm going to use to kind of soften the edges of these stripes and kind of blur them out a little bit. And I'm really loving how this looks, like a lot, because I was very heavy with the color. I ended up only using the lumberjack plaid, but I'm super loving the way that the Distress Oxides are reacting with the water. So I'm going to try to keep it pretty close to how I have it here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it up with the heat gun for a little while. I don't want to mop up a lot of the color because I want it to stay. So now that's pretty dry, and I'm going to go in and start messing with the blues. And so I wanted the red to be dry so that it didn't mix too much with the blue, because obviously we would get purple if we did. And I'm okay with like a little bit and tint here and there, and that might happen. But I did want it to be mostly non-purple, even though I love purple. I didn't take the gesso all the way up to the top of the paper because I thought I might add some pattern paper, but I don't, and that's okay. I think I added an embellishment up there, but so I worked on that left hand side, and I'm going to work on the right hand side as well. And yeah, I just wanted to get this layout done. I've had these pictures printed forever, but I never got around to doing one last year, so I'm gonna do it today. And I hope you guys have fun long weekend plans. I pull out some of the sprays from my stash, and I go with this color, and then I realize, like, once I get it on there, that it's really cerulean. And I used kind of like the first prize ribbon color of Distress Oxide and the navy blue, and so I wanted to go out, and I went back to my stash and got like more of a blue color. So I'm kind of wiping up the cerulean color in exchange for more of like a true royal blue. So I'm just going to do a bunch of splatters. So that's like another layer of color on top of all of the stamped fireworks. And so I'm actually really loving how that looks. And so I'm going to let that sit and saturate in for a little while, but I end up rolling it up with my paper towels a little bit too. And then I just like let it all dry. And then finally I'm going in with like a very pale, it's actually white, but I just really wanted the shimmer on it. There's some like golden sparkles. So here is a slowed down version. You can kind of see the shimmer shine. We got a lot going on up there. I think it's super fun, like a fun fireworks sky. You can see I have my coffee there. So I have the 3 photos of my 2 sons and my nephew. And Wally was so cute and little, and so he gets top billing there. But Lachlan's hand, I needed to switch him over to the other side. I cut out the really fun 4th of July cut file from A Cherry on Top with some silver glitter paper. I did change the setting on my Cricut to make sure that it would do 2 passes if it needed to. And then this is some vellum from Studio Light. So I'm going to use it to back the open spaces of the cut file, but also I'm going to leave a little bit on, I think, the right side of each of the solid numbers and letters. So the word fourth, I'm just going to leave a little bit of the red sticking out on the right side, just kind of like it's a shadow, because I do think that it would have blended in really a lot with the background. But I also am going to pop it up on some foam tape, and that will help it from blending in too much to the background, because we have such a busy background. So we want to make sure that we kind of make our title pop. I don't know who, I'm speaking in the royal we, I'm not really sure. So I love crafting 4th of July things. I love sparkle, of course, and not super happy with America, not super glad to celebrate her birthday, but hey, I'm still free right now, I guess. So we're going to go with it and hope that things get better. Yay, America. Anyway, it's sparkly, at least. I love how the layout turned out. And we did have a good time last year on the 4th of July. We don't have that pool anymore either. That doesn't make me happy. But we're going to get out the kids' old water slide and like a little splash pad, and they're going to splash around. Look at this really old paper pad that I have from Pink Paisley. I love Pink Paisley so much. They were my favorite. And I'm going to do this like, cut apart. I don't have a lot of 4th of July embellishments or anything going on, so I'm pulling some out from a stash. I'm going to fussy cut some of those little bits. That's like a mente, but it's denim. I really like that, so I'm going to stick that down there. I'm going to cover up the little emblem. Those are so old. Do you remember Mombi? I'm telling you, I'm pulling out that stash, you guys. Those are some puppy outfits from that same Pink Paisley collection. It says Independence Day, and then I'm going to stick that there. It says Forever Young. I wish it would stay little. He's so much bigger now. But there I have popped up the cut file, and I'm going to like I'm tucking in like the foam bits that were sticking out. I didn't want them to be seen. I'm going to stick down, I'm going to add to the title. So it's going to say My 4th of July, guys, with those little like puffy silver alphas from Chamel. And then I'm going to put a couple of little notches on either side of the page here. And I'm going to use those to kind of hold my twine in place. And I'm going to put some red twine across the bottom. So that just brings that red color from the top down to the bottom. I'm going to put a little bow in it. And it just was some interest since I didn't have any like mixed media or anything down there. And then I'm going to kind of use my Nuvo adhesive to stick the bow where I want it to be. And then you'll see me pull these little clamps, and I'll put those down in the description box. I think they're in stock in a Cherry on Top store, but I'm going to clamp it down so that it dries in exactly the right spot. And then the Nuvo is really nice and strong, so once it dries, it should hold that bow in the place it needs to be. I'm going to pull that Mombi glitter sticker out. So old, y'all. And then I'm going to anchor that little cut out piece with another glitter piece. It's a flower, but I'm mostly covering up the flower, just that pop of glitter sticking out. And then I'm going to finish off the layout with these cute little like fireworks, stars, sequins. Those are from Not Just for Boys, a kit that they sent out like probably last year or the year before. Year before probably. But they have like star pieces and fireworks and then a bunch of sequins. So I'm just going to cluster those. I'm not going to put them all over the page because, again, super busy. But I'm going to put those in a few clusters. You'll be able to see that in these final layout shots. So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will link down below with any of the products that are still in stock. And I definitely this cut file. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great long weekend. Bye, y'all.